Hey Chic Geeks, welcome to this week's video. I think I'll start by talking about a few new grooming products that I've reviewed on the website this week. The first is this by Lab Series. It's called Solid Liquid Essence, and I described it looking like a Capri Sun at the back of the fridge on a heat wave. I mean, seriously, that does look like a moisture rich product. Anyway, it's labelled as a treat from them, and you just put it on under your moisturiser twice a day. Obviously, it's a hydrating product, and it goes on really like a gel. It's not sticky at all, and just disappears. It's almost has a slight chemical smell, but I'm sure they probably say that is fragrance free. Personally, I didn't notice much difference. I didn't see my face kind of overly moisturised, but I must say this probably is quite a good pick-me-up product. So, especially again in the summer, you could put it in the fridge, keep it cold, and then just use it a bit like when you use one of those mineral spray cans. Okay, the next is a new brand. It's called Scrubbed. This launches next month, November 2017, at Harvey Nichols. It's based around organic soap. This one is charcoal and black pepper. It says organic triple milled soap block. So I think there's 4 soaps in the range. They gave me 2 to try. The other one I tried was Oak Moss, and I must say that they are a big soap, so they will last a long time. Usually I never used to use soap instead of shower gel. I always found it kind of dried my skin out, that kind of thing. This is pretty good actually. There's a slight dry soapiness, but nothing like it feels like it's kind of stripping your skin of any moisturiser. These are £17 each, which I think is quite premium for a soap, but then they're handmade in England and they're organic. It's quite interesting, a grooming range based around soap. They do have a few other products like face scrubs, moisturisers, etc. I tried the face scrub. It was it was nice, just kind of soft. You could probably use it daily, it's that kind of mild. But I mean, just sort of mixed it up a bit, putting a few soaps in. Also, fashion-wise, I got my suit back from a new company, this brown one, it's called The Drop. And basically how it works is you send them a few pictures of yourself and a suit that you like, and then they can copy it. And the whole process takes a few weeks. It costs around £300, which I think is really very good when you consider you can easily spend £300 on the high street. I wanted a brown flannel suit with big lapels, kind of Tom Ford / Edward Sexton style, and then I opted for a pink lining inside. You can see, I don't know if you can see, it says Chic Geek just there. The fit's pretty good. Trousers, I mean, it arrived, the jacket was slightly tight, and the trousers were too small on the waist, but they do allow you to alter the garments, and then you can bill the company for the alteration. So they factor in, I think, about £35 maximum to alter the suit to fit perfectly. I mean, they do say that the majority of their suits fit fine straight away, so there's not that much hassle, but it's quite good to have that end kind of tailoring point. As I say, I wanted brown flannel. They only had this brown, which was slightly shinier than I kind of wanted. But no, I like it. It's kind of, it's got something of the 70s about it. You know, it's all about James Franco and the Deuce at the moment, so I'm quite happy to rock that out. I'm quite looking forward to wearing this, and check it out. It's called the Drop. Also, the shirt is new. That's it's from Pretty Green. I saw this on one of the mannequins at Pitti Uomo in January when they were previewing this season. I think it's just gone into stores now. It's silk and it's £130, which I think is very good for a silk shirt. It's got something of the like Celia Birtwell's about it. It's a bit Aussie Clark. It kind of looks retro, but like cool enough to be contemporary. So yeah, I really like that. Right, other things on the website. I've looked into male hair transplants. As you can see, I'm losing it. But basically, like all things, when you hear of people that you know directly who have had it done, and you have lots of questions, I think it also probably means that other people have lots of questions. And basically, two of my friends have had it done, and I was kind of waiting. Obviously, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes about 6 months for it to sort of start kind of growing back. So I wanted to give them amount of time to sort of give me their honest opinions. And what I've done is I've kept it anonymous because then they can be more honest. But overall, they sound really positive about it. I mean, the only thing that I kind of I'd like to kind of like investigate a bit more is the fact that it does take quite a long time. The operation's like 8 hours, and as one of the guys said, you can't feel anything because obviously you've got an anaesthetic, but it almost sounds a bit like someone's cutting through a raw carrot, which for 8 hours the adrenaline might just be a bit too much. So, but as I say, lots of people have had it done, and I'm sure that they have ways of distracting you or keeping you busy or that kind of thing. But and also, one of the guys who's slightly older said you might have to have another one because obviously your hair gets a bit thinner sort of generally over time anyway, so you're not going to end up with this kind of luscious kind of full head of hair. So you might actually have to have a second operation to get the kind of required density of hair. So that's something to bear in mind. Obviously, hair transplants are expensive at the moment, so it's just a matter of I think the prices will come down. I think it's going to be a bit like laser eye surgery. Like lots of people are going to have it, and then the more people that have it, and the more people that kind of like are happy or shout about it, the more people are going to have it. So I think that's interesting. What else? There's a new, obviously the big trend this season is Corduroy. So there's a new Corduroy store. Well, it's a new Corduroy brand actually. It's called the Cords & Co. It's from Sweden, and obviously all they're doing is corduroy, hence the name. They've just opened a store just off Carnaby Street. So if you're looking for some corduroy like jeans or jean jackets or whatever, might be worth checking them out. When I first saw them, again, I saw them at Pitti Uomo when they were previewing the collection, and it did look, it was the kind of right thing at the right time. The only thing I don't like is they haven't seemed to sort of they haven't had as much fun with it as they should have had. Like, corduroy is a fun kind of retro kind of, it's one part kind of fusty, whale jumbo cord dad, or pompous kind of English British kind of guy, and then one part kind of Scooby Doo, 70s jean jacket hippie kind of thing. So I think there's a lot of fun to be had with corduroy. Another thing, Gucci decides to go fur free, which again is quite a big deal for an Italian company to decide they're not going to use fur anymore. That is definitely something like that goes against what they usually sort of what their customer kind of desires. I'm not really sure what the reason is. I mean, it can't be that much of the business in the sense of, the average fur coat is about 20 grand from Gucci. But what I personally don't understand is like the differentiation between animals. So there's a list of animals they won't use, like foxes, rabbits, minks, etc. But then they will use obviously cows, sheep, goats, alligators, lizards, snakes, maybe even like fish. So I don't really understand what the cut-off line is and what the difference between a rabbit and a goat is. But anyway, I wrote a comment piece on the website just saying you either use animals or you don't. And I just think picking and choosing animals. I just don't really understand what the logic is on that. But hey ho. What else? Let me 1 second. Oh yeah, that's it. It's all about the fleece at the moment. So either raid your dad's walking outdoor walk-in wardrobe and get yourself an oversized fleece, or head down to the high street because everyone's doing the materials. Actually, a lot of the materials called Borg, which is this kind of exaggerated fleece, and ASOS are usually good at this, but Top Man, River Island, Uniqlo, they're all doing fleece. So and also, do you know, it's pretty practical, and you know it's easy to wash, etc. So it's about looking like you're going on a kind of country file ramble. So pick fun colours. ASOS do like pink and blue, but also pick kind of like drab colours. I mean, it's been led by designers such as Martine Rose and Cott Wheeler, and they've shown lots of fleeces for either this season and for SS18. So they're going to be hanging around for a while. So okay, well that's it. Hope you have a good week, and speak to you soon. Right, bye.